Hunterdon Land Trust's mission is to preserve the integrity of our rural landscapes. We do that by protecting and enhancing natural resources as well as the cultural landscape of the DeVore farm, which is our historic headquarters.
The Hunterdon Land Trust was started by a group of county residents who were watching farms and forests be bulldozed for development.
We were a bunch of starry-eyed tree huggers, and we wanted to see land preservation happen in Hunterdon County.
It started as an all-volunteer organization, and then in the early 2000s they hired their first executive director.
In the early years, the Land Trust's mission was how do we safeguard and protect the important natural areas of this county? And that's really the heart of it.
To date, the Land Trust has preserved over 10,000 acres of land right here in Hunterdon County, and we're looking forward to preserving thousands of additional acres because there's a lot more to do.
10,000 acres, yeah, I'm blown away by that number. That's just fantastic. It's, and some of the people that we've met and dealt with, landowners, and some of the stories that we hear about people's land and their families and so on, how meaningful it is to them, makes it all that much more meaningful to the Land Trust.
The main reason why my family decided to preserve the farm is, number one, we understand that green space and open spaces are becoming a more and more limited resource in our world today. This farm has given my family great pleasure for a long number of years, and I think it was all of us just wish to see that continue into the future, see the farmland preserved, so that in the future anybody who might acquire the property would look to continue to leave it open as green space.
Land preservation is obviously very important, but it's not enough alone. We also have to take care of the land that we've preserved, so stewardship is also a very important program area. We think about the conservation values of the site, what kind of habitat is there, how we can make it better to improve clean water, fresh air, natural habitat for native species, and of course provide recreational opportunities.
So stewardship is becoming an increasingly larger part of the work that we do at the Land Trust. And one of our actually most exciting and interesting and complicated stewardship projects is the historic DeVore farm.
DeVore farm is really an iconic Hunterdon County farm. It represents the story of agriculture in the county. It's architecturally magnificent. The 1797 stone farmhouse, grand home. Very, very few on that scale in the county, of that age also. And the barns too, just magnificent buildings. It's a real sort of symbol of the county.
Well, these buildings carry a lot of feeling and character. You know, these buildings have been through the transition of the county from a farming community into what it is today.
If we're successful, our vision will be that all of these barns will be available for public use. So people could be here taking classes. We could have art or music, kids coming here to learn about the history of the site, getting out in the stream to learn about natural resources. We could see conferences here, other celebrations of life's milestones, weddings or parties, of some kind. So we see that there could be a lot of different uses that not only support our mission as Hunterdon Land Trust, but also support community goals.
I see actually all of our programs forming sort of a synergy, because you start with preserving the land, preserving farmland so that farmers can stay on the land. Then we have the farmers market as an outlet for the farmers to sell their products directly to the consumer. So it's a full circle.
We started the farmers market in '07, and originally the purpose was to support small farmers that were starting out, support farmers in general.
I used to have a bumper sticker on my truck that said, "It's not farmland without farmers." That's the niche that we fill with the market. The vendors, of course, get to have a retail outlet. For the customers that come, obviously it's local food. I mean, a lot of this produce was picked the morning of the market. You can't get fresher than that.
As we look forward, I think one of the major issues that always stands out in my mind is that New Jersey is on course to be the first state to reach build-out. So our land preservation work, I think, is going to be really critical over the next few decades so that we are sure to protect as much of the critical resources that are there and, of course, the best farmland before it's gone.
Our survival and thriving depends on having clean water, clean air, biodiversity, functioning ecological systems, productive agricultural soils. All of this is what makes for a sustainable future for human beings.
I truly believe the work we do is creating a legacy. You know, that we are stewards of the planet for the time being, and we're stewarding it for the next generation. And by protecting these resources, we're not only preserving the character of these places that we call home, but we're also providing the value of those natural systems.
Well, to say that I am proud of the Hunterdon Land Trust is a vast, vast understatement. I'm simply amazed by what they've done and continue to do. And as far as what can happen in the future, well, I would say the sky's the limit.
We really are a community of supporters that are all working together and playing different roles to help Hunterdon Land Trust succeed and deliver our mission. And I really think without the support of all of our community members, we wouldn't have been successful over the past 25 years. And I look forward to working with them to continue to build this legacy for the next 25 years.